Hey, it's Mark with Mark's Virtual Real Estate Channel, back with another Upland video, and I wanted to check and see how Upland has been doing lately, and it is so hard to find some of this data. And actually, I was trying to ask Upland directly, and they were pretty much extremely snarky and rude to me the whole time, which was very frustrating, and I wasted a whole lot of time this afternoon trying to talk to them on Discord, trying to get some information, and made me feel like they could care less about any of the players, which was very frustrating. So we'll show some of that. We'll talk about how Upland's doing, and yeah, we're gonna have another contest here soon. We might do that drawing tomorrow, so make sure you enter in our contest from my last video I did earlier this week if you want to join our Lazy Node community build contest. Okay, so this has started from a while ago about me wanting to know how Upland is really doing, the stats, the data, all kinds of stuff. I'm a real estate investor in real life. I like to see the numbers. I have online businesses. I have laundromats. I want to see the numbers, how things are going, because that helps you drive what you want to do in the future. Upland is very sketchy and spotty about sharing data. It's supposed to be, I thought, decentralized, open source, maybe not, I don't know. They talk about being an open economy all the time, but I guess that's for us, not for them sharing their data. But some of this came from, this is Upland's YouTube page, and they share this all the time. They're sharing these stats all over. 13.5 million in player sales, 850,000 in player revenue, 250,000 buildings. And so they're obviously compiling this data. And so I thought, I guess I was being a jerk. You can tell me if I'm being a jerk. They posted this one, and I responded. I think I responded from my Investor More account. That's me too. I have like 5 different YouTube channels. Just ignore that. And I'm like, nice. Where does Upland get this info from? Would be awesome if the database was public. And this is their second response. Their response after they edited it was, we have the most public of databases, the blockchain. You're free to check it out at your leisure. But that wasn't their first response. Their first response, which I got in an email. Hold on. I don't want to lose this spot. So can I open this in a new? Hold on a second. Hold on. We gotta do a little bit of digging here. No, I don't just open Discord. There we go. We have a Discord channel. You're welcome to join. The link is below. And here's my Discord. And here we go. Here's their response, their first one. I got an email, so I got saved. We have the most public of databases, the blockchain. Go read it sometime. That was their response to me. And I was like, really? That's a pretty polite way to treat your people who play the game and pay you money. And they know I make YouTube channels and have a channel, and maybe that's why they said that. Maybe they're mad at me or annoyed at me. But I have tons of landlord haters and people on YouTube and Facebook and all over the place. I'm not that rude to the haters. Maybe I should be. I don't know. But I couldn't believe it. I'm on the wrong spots here. And then they changed it to make it slightly more polite. And I said, is there a guide or some instructions on how to do that? I'm not super techie. I don't know how to read the blockchain. I don't know if you just go to the blockchain and it just tells you what the stats are. I'm pretty sure that's not how it works. Thanks. They didn't respond to me. And then just checking back again, is there a guide on reading the blockchain? X1 Gamer had posted stats before the Discord. When I asked him to clarify them, he had to wait for the developers to get back to him. It didn't appear easy for him to just read the blockchain again. They didn't respond to me. And what am I talking about there? Well, do I need to go? Oh, I hit the wrong button on my mouse. I've got to go back here. So what I'm talking about there is a while ago, this 850,000 player revenue. They posted this and said, 850,000 player revenue from shops. And they give us any details or any information on what that is. And so I went on Discord and asked, hey, what is this number? And next one, the game responded and said, it's player revenue. I'm like, what's that mean? Is it shop sales, commissions, whatever? And he's like, oh, let me check. He had to go ask the developers, come back and said, oh, this is total sales amount of all legits in the shops or property or whatever. So this isn't player revenue. This isn't commissions. This is the sales amount of everything selling in the shops, whether they sell once or 12 times. So that kind of got me started on this journey. I'm like, that's pretty misleading to say that that's player revenue. The players, if I sell a house for $100,000, you're now saying that's my revenue. Doesn't matter, any commissions I paid, taxes, a loan, mortgage. It's not really, I guess technically it's sort of revenue, but it leaves out so much of the story. And that's kind of what all these stats do, is they give us these blanket based stats that are meant to show us how awesome Upland is doing, with no details, no context, no information behind them. And so that's what I was like, can you please give us some more information? Can we see this data? Do you have any cool charts that show us over time how many properties are selling, how many users there are, what is going on in Upland? And so they didn't respond to me. So then I went to Discord. Again, I guess I'm a total jerk for doing this. I'm sorry. And I just say, I kind of posted, love to see the data, how they're getting this. I posted before. And this is Upland me. I'm sure there are plenty of tutorials out there for how to read the blockchain. I'm like, okay. Do you know? I'm like, do you know how to read the blockchain? Because they just kept telling me it's public. It's on the blockchain. Go read it. I'm like, I don't know how to read the blockchain, right? And everyone on Discord, nobody knows how to just read the blockchain, right? And so I'm like, do you know how to read the blockchain? And their response was, yeah, enough for what I need, but I also rely on folks who know far more than me to gather information. Upland, Optimizer are all great resources. I'm like, okay, you actually gave me some resources. That's nice. I use Upland. I think I've used Optimizer before. They don't really have, at least from what I've seen, maybe that data is there, but I haven't been able to find like the historical data that I think would be really cool to see. And so I was like, great, is that where Upland gets their data? Direct response to their comment, no comments in between, is quoted right here. And they responded, the blockchain, yeah. I'm like, and this is how every conversation I've had with Upland goes. It's like, you respond directly to a question. It's very simple. It's very clear. And they just are a smartass, 100%, or ignore you, or change. Like, it's, I don't know. Maybe it's just with me because they're annoyed at me or mad at me. I don't know. And I'm like, no, does Upland get their data from Upland or Optimizer? Trying to be very clear. I'm not being rude. Honestly, for quick info, easy needs, and transactional information, that's where some of us will go. Not saying Upland, but no, Upland gets it where everyone else gets it. Like, okay, and then again, I have to go, what does Upland gets it where everyone else gets it mean? Because I want to know. The blockchain is how they responded. Again, I'm like, and then I said, but they have their own people pulling data from the blockchain, and is that data public? And their response was, and we're back to the beginning, it's all public. They just won't answer questions they don't want to answer. They won't talk to you. They won't have an adult conversation. It's crazy. And I was so frustrated and so mad. And I just kept, literally they never would tell me how Upland gets their data. Obviously, they're getting tons of data that we're seeing here in all these posts. And they've got to have their own people mining this data from the blockchain, because everyone's like, yeah, you can't just look at the blockchain. You got to create a program that reads blockchain and scrapes data. There's some other sites that do it. Obviously, Upland is scraping their own data and getting their data from somewhere. My whole point is, wouldn't it be nice if we could see that data, if we could see trends and charts and context, because they're giving us some of it, right? They're giving us some of it. Why don't you give us all of it? If they're not giving us all of it, is because they're trying to hide something, or they're lazy, or what? Because when you are so dodgy with questions and won't answer them and are just being snarky, it makes me think you've got something to hide. And I haven't been this frustrated for such a long time. And it's just crazy how they're acting in regards to this. So there is some data out there. If we just search online, I think, I forget. If I can, I'm not a good typer. Let's see if we can find some of it. Upland has like lots of property information, city information, but not like really user information that I could find unless you have to pay for it. Oh, DApp radar. So someone suggested this. Other people were way more helpful on Discord, way more helpful than Upland themselves. Like, they were giving suggestions, ideas. They weren't being jerks. But anyway, so here's DApp stats, which gives us some stuff. So we can see this is the unique active wallets, which is kind of like users, I guess. Transactions, volume obviously doesn't work, and balance, the total fiat value of assets. And so the tricky thing here is, here we go, historical activity. Can we go back a year? Oh, we can. So we have some data here. But I don't know if unique active wallets, what that means. Like, it doesn't tell us what daily users are. Is that just people who have properties? Is that people? It's hard to say what that is. So we have some data here, but this is a third-party site. If Upland had this data and can share it with us, that'd be amazing. So this one is a unique active wallets, very steady. Transactions has been going down lately this year, and there's not a whole lot of other data there. Now, if we look at all time, we go back to kind of when Upland started. Sorry, and you can see this huge peak. Of course, that's when I started. Most people start in things like this when they get super popular, and then it goes down. That's how it works, but that's okay. And then we can see a pretty steady downward trend from that peak of user wallets, transactions, things like that. But we don't know, the stats Upland. I mean, like I said, they're probably on the blockchain. Does somebody have them somewhere? If they do, that'd be awesome. Let me know. But some things that would be really cool to see are, UPX transactions, right? How much UPX is being transacted per day? Dollar amounts being transacted per day. Active user, daily users, things like that. If they have this information like shop commissions and revenue and sold properties, things like that, that'd be really cool to see all this data and have it in charts. And I think they have it. They just don't want us to see it, is what it sounds like. So how is Upland doing? It's hard to say. We can go to upexland.me and see kind of an overview here of what is going on. But again, it doesn't have a whole lot of historic data unless you just go to specific towns. Do they have charts down? Yeah, they don't have just an overview of historical stuff. If we go to towns, they've got more data, or maybe I'm just not finding it correctly. It's tricky to find this information. And it's kind of like the same thing with the property dashboard and different stuff. Like, if Upland could have a cool property dashboard, it'd make the game so much more fun and so much easier to play. Oh, here is it. Oh, this is just San Francisco, though. Like I said, I don't think you can pick all towns, can you? No, you got to go by town. And you can, if we go to all time here, this will give us some data on San Francisco, and we can see what's happened over time. Again, that doesn't tell us much. It's just one town. Cities have releases. They go up and down. It's so difficult to know what's happening just looking town by town. So, who knows? I was looking on here before. I don't know. Well, that's the optimizer. I don't know. There's leaderboards, but again, those don't tell us a whole lot. All the people with the properties and different stuff. Pretty sure I'm not any of those user boards. Yeah, so there's lots and lots of data here, and it's cool having third parties. But if Upland has this data and be easy to use, like I was just saying, sorry, I cut my thought short. It's so much better and easier to look at properties on Upexland than Upland. They have better user search criteria, different things you can type in here. Upland's so hard to use and so hard to find properties, even ones I own myself. And it's like their answer to everything is, oh, we don't need to do it. Other companies will do it. Like, well, we're paying you. We're buying UPX. We're buying properties. You guys are making money on this game. Shouldn't you be, spending some of that money to make it better? But I don't know. And their PR, their reaction to people. I mean, I'd love to promote Upland and show it to my 100,000 YouTube channel for real estate and other investors and different stuff. I don't want to. I don't want to have my other, followers be put it through this same kind of frustration that I am. So why would I do that? I would love to be able to promote them and say it's awesome and have fun, and that would make me more money in Upland and make everybody else more money in Upland. But I'm not here just to make money and throw my kind of ideals and morals away. If I don't believe in the company, I think it's bad. I don't think they have our best interests in mind. So that's a frustrating day. I'm not going to lie. How is Upland doing? It's hard to say. I'd love to see some charts that actually show us more. Do they exist? Maybe like DApp has a little bit of information. Sorry, I was gonna see. I feel like there was another. Oh, can we use Google AI? Oh my God, I love Google Bard. Oh, okay. The sixth. Do you know the historic daily users on Upland? Let's see if Google Bard. Oh, I don't know. There we go. On late April 2021, Upland reached its peak daily user activity with almost 30,000 users. Oh my gosh. Okay. Maybe we just figured out some stuff. If the real people won't help you, you use AI. I've been using AI a lot for like my real estate stuff and online stuff. I love it. But let's see. Okay. Again, I can't type. Oh, I didn't type it right. But AI is smarter than me, so they know how to interpret typos. And they won't be a jerk like those people on Facebook who yell at you either. Okay. Let's see. They use DAP Radar 2. Is that what it's using? I think so. 548,000 visits, 18,000 daily users. Past estimates. Article from 2023 mentioned Upland having over 150,000 monthly active users. Blog article from 2022 described Upland as being back to reach. So let's ask Google. Oops. Oh my gosh. Can they read the blockchain? While I cannot directly read the Upland.me blockchain, I have access to various tools and APIs that can interact with the blockchain data. Oh, dang. AI can't even read the blockchain, and they want me to do it? Come on, people. Yeah, so even using AI, we can't even get that much data. Upland probably has it. They just don't want to share it. So I guess I've spent enough time on this video. Let me know what you think. If you have ideas or suggestions, leave them below if we can find that data somewhere. And Upland will watch this video. We'll see if they comment or not. I'm guessing they might comment something snarky and then remove it, but we'll see. All right, take care. Be back soon.